packed courtroom in Bangor today as Maine Supreme Court heard arguments on a law that removed the time limit for lawsuits involving child sex abuse. Good evening, everyone. I'm Amanda Hill.
And I'm Brian Yukono. That law, only passed 2 years ago, has already prompted dozens of people to come forward and sue the Roman Catholic Diocese of Portland, claiming they were abused by priests and other church employees decades ago.
But the suits are on hold while the state's highest court decides whether the law is constitutional. News Center Maine's Vivian Lee was in court today and has the latest on the case.
Inside the Penobscot Judicial Center, the attorney for the Roman Catholic Diocese of Portland told Maine's highest court that removing the statute of limitations on child sex abuse claims is unconstitutional. Gerald Petruccelli says the law passed in 2021 imposes new liabilities and undermines the diocese's due process to a fair trial.
A vested right to freedom from liability may not be yanked away.
The case was moved to the Maine Supreme Court after a lower court in March ruled that the law was constitutional. More than 100 people have filed lawsuits against the diocese alleging abuse at the hands of its employees decades ago. Michael Bigas represents dozens of people who say they were abused as children. They claim church leaders knew about the abuse, covered it up, and often reassigned priests to different parishes. Several survivors were in the packed court. As Bigas told justices, the law represents the people's will.
There's never been a right to enabling child sex abuse. The diocese wants you to create a vested right in getting away with it.
Bigas told reporters outside the courthouse some survivors traveled from as far away as Oklahoma and Canada, but they did not want to comment on the case.
I don't want to make any statements today, just really out of just concern and deference to the decorum of the law court.
State Representative Lori Gramlich, a survivor herself, was the lead sponsor of the law. She says the cases must progress so survivors can get long overdue justice.
Whether this heinous act happened in 1965 or it happened yesterday, that's irrelevant. It still happened, and the individuals accountable need to be held to account.
The Maine Supreme Court will take the oral arguments from both sides under advisement, and the justices are expected to hand down a decision in this case in the next few months. In Bangor, Vivian Lee, News Center, Maine.
In a statement to News Center Maine, a spokeswoman for the diocese says it is committed to thoroughly investigating any report of abuse and providing support services to anyone who comes forward with an allegation of abuse. We will have that full statement on our website and our News Center Maine app.